marketing is really about leveraging what's going on around you to form community conversations to build up what's going on around you so that you are staying in people's inner circle, so that they're very excited to be around you and then to read your book more. And harnessing what's going on in your life right now is not only helpful for those conversations, but also because the algorithms are pushing those things out. So we're in the holiday season, so no matter what you are celebrating, you can use those stories from your life during the holiday season to form community conversations. I'm going to use the word Christmas because I celebrate Christmas, but it goes for all of these. So at Christmas time or holiday time, you want to be able to harness those things from the past. So start sharing your holiday stories. And as authors, you have some really cool ways of doing this. You can just sit down and do a story time, like this happened at this Christmas or this happened at this Hanukkah. You can do those discussions, but you can also level it up just a little bit more as an author. So I want you to sit in front of some holiday decorations because the algorithms understand what is in frame. So if they're seeing lit up Christmas trees, if they're seeing menorahs, if they're seeing whatever, they're going to push that out to that audience because it's timely and it's important and it's part of what's going on right now. So I want you to sit down in front of some very clear holiday decorations and grab a copy of your book. Sit down so that you have this copy of your book kind of propped up in your lap. You can kind of like have it, if you're up close like this, you can have it like off to the side, prop up your elbow on the couch, and you can show that cover without being like, my book, my book, my book. Just have it there as if you're like reading through it, just there as like a decorative prop so that people can clearly see it, but maybe you have to like zoom in just a little bit to see it. And then you're going to tell that holiday story. Doesn't matter what it was, from your childhood or from last year or from this year. Have those discussions, talk about things, but then connect it to your novel. So let's say you have a story from when you were a kid about a really cool Christmas present you got, or an activity you got to do leading up to Christmas, or an experience meeting Santa Claus. I want you to then find one little thread within that story and pull it. And I want you to then connect it to your book. This thing taught me this life skill, which eventually found its way into XYZ book. Or this experience made me feel these emotions, which I was then able to harness to write this scene in this book. It's not about pitching your book or selling your book, but at the end of the story, like tell a really good, juicy holiday story. At the end, say, and it plays into my book this way, which I'm really grateful for this holiday season. And just make it about gratitude, make it about love, make it about those simple connections, but just one quick line. We're not going into depth on what the book is about, what's going on inside of the book. We're not trying to convince anybody to read it. We're just saying, this was a fun holiday story. Also, it's connected to my books. I'm an author, and get yourself right out of the way. So you want to make sure that you are telling these stories. This is the time to leverage that type of content because it's going to be timely content. So you're going to get hits between now and Christmas, and then it's going to fade away. So this is a really good time for time-sensitive content that you are creating. Get the holiday decor in there, and then you can really level up what you're doing, save time, effort, but also share and bring people into the conversation. Ask them, have you had any experiences like this? What was your experience like? What did you do when you were little? What were your holiday traditions? Ask the questions, get them involved in the comment section, and then keep going. Build off of it, especially on TikTok. Answer questions, as many as possible, or respond to comments, even if they're not questions. They're saying, oh, well, my holiday tradition was X, Y, and Z. Get on and say, oh, that's such a cool idea. It's similar to what I did, or it reminds me of something, or it's something I want to try this year. Like, do you have suggestions for me? Every single one, just new video. Have those conversations, show that it's community building, and that will help the algorithm, but also get more people to stop the scroll and pay attention to what you're doing. And then, if your videos are connected, especially on TikTok or on Instagram, and you have that kind of like chain that people can go through, they're shown more in the algorithm. If they stop to watch one, they're going to be served more of those videos until they decide they don't want to see them anymore and they keep scrolling past you. So you're going to get more leverage out of this and more bang for your buck. Ask your questions on holiday marketing right now. I love doing holiday marketing. I know we see a steep decline in book sales right before Christmas and a big rise after Christmas. We've talked a lot about that here on the channel, so now's the time to drop your questions. I'm here to help you. I've been doing this for many years, even longer than I've been published. I've been helping people with their holiday marketing, so now's the time, and we'll see you in the upcoming episode. And that was my puppy.